You want the hammer? Then go get the hammer.
What's up, guys? Warhammer here. I'm working on giving you guys a review for Hunt Showdown. It just recently came out for PS4, 2 weeks ago at this point. This is mainly going to be for you guys playing it on PS4, but if any of you haven't picked it up for the PC or the Xbox at this point, which I'm not really sure why you wouldn't have done that, but I mean, hey, here we go. It's a pretty good game, man. This footage that I've given you here was one of my best matches, and it ended in such a way where I don't know if I'm ever going to recover from it. So I hope you guys enjoy it. It's kind of just background for now. I'm not necessarily the type of guy that's going to post you all my best footage. I will let you see me lose. Like, you win some, you win some, you lose some, right? So that's the nature of this game, man. It's really fun. It's intense. It's sort of unique in the sense that it's a mashup of like pseudo battle royales, sort of like Western style shooter. The weapons are fairly realistic as far as damage, which is hard to come by in a lot of games nowadays. There's a lot of unique things. It's got a pretty cool lore. There isn't a story of any real particular kind. There's obviously like lore books and things like that that you get from just generally playing the game and getting better with particular items, discovering particular enemies, things like that, which are a good read. I mean, they put thought into it. But it's not like you're playing a story mode and there's some end goal there. As you play the game, right, you are leveling up a bloodline and you are leveling up whatever hunter that you're using, okay? So this game strives to make sure that you are feeling like death is death, okay? That you lose this hunter, that you've leveled up however many times, if you've leveled them up at all, the items that they have, the perks that they have, things like that, you're going to lose those, right? You die, we're starting back over at square one, we're level 1, right? And you can pick stuff up from other people that you kill. You can actually get to use some items and stuff that you haven't even unlocked yet if you've recruited a hunter that already has them, right? Which is a really unique twist. It's a really awesome way to kind of be like, oh, this is something that I'm going to want to use if I get the chance to unlock it later. Or just an opportunity to kind of balance out the playing field for someone who is newer to the game and is playing with people who haven't really done anything but play this game, and they're feeling like they're not having the things that other people have. That's not necessarily the case in this game. There's plenty of low-level guns, cheap guns, low-level perks, things like that that are still valuable in the end of the game at high levels, and you're going to want to continue to use those, right? You see right there, that little it's fanning, okay? What I'm doing right there is a pretty cheap trick with a chain pistol and the fanning trait, okay? Fanning like you see in all the old cowboy western movies, whatever the fuck, Red Dead Redemption, I'm sure, whatever, right? They're fucking banging the hammer and shooting it fast, okay? Couple that with a pistol that shoots way more ammo than any other pistol, and you're doing some damage, and that's kind of some people consider it cheap. I consider it smart, okay? If you get good at aiming that, by far the best offensive perk you can get. But you get that real early in the game, my friends. And in that sense, I feel like everyone has access to it, right? If you don't want to use it, that's your choice, right? There's a lot of things like that. You see me here, I'm trying to throw a bundle of dynamite into this area because I know there's other hunters in there, right? And the sound of the fuse scares people away, right? And then obviously the explosion is pretty significant, and oftentimes you'll kill somebody, right? And in this situation here, we're kind of getting pinned down by multiple teams, right? We found the boss very early. We found no clues. We happened to stumble on where the boss was, which happens fairly significantly, right? Enough to know. And in doing that, there was another team there already, and our intention was to jump them, trap them, right? Make them fight us while they fought the boss, and hopefully we win and we get the opportunity to steal the bounty, right? But us fighting them drew in other teams, right? They heard it, and during that period, I'm sure they found clues and legitimately found the place, right? So this turned into a situation where we have people coming in multiple directions. We have fighting all around us, and long range, short range, everything. Right? Exactly what you would want in a battle royale, whatever first-person shooter, you name it. Right? So it's a really unique mix, and I know it's sounding like I'm just giving this a glowing review, and in some cases I am. I was looking forward to this game for a long time. I watched people play it on PC, and I was impressed. It's unique. It's got kind of that survival horror twist to it. And on that note, the audio in this game cannot give it higher praise. This deserves a reward. Like, somebody needs to get promoted for the audio in this game, right? If you like nothing else about this game, birds getting scared will scare you. You will hear shots all the way on the other side of the map, and you will know where people are, especially if you have headphones on. A decent pair of headphones goes a long way with this game, like no other, honestly. I know a lot of the Fortnites, the Battle Royales, the Apex, things like that. People say, yeah, you gotta have headphones because you can hear people walking around. That is nothing compared to this game, man. You can hear people, you can hear what type of surface they're walking on, you can hear exactly the direction, you can pick out what kind of gun they're using from really far away. The more you play, the more you can kind of use that as a tool. It's really important, and that's awesome. And then you mix that in with proximity chat, which some people like, some people hate, but it is hilarious. I walked up on somebody, not in this particular game, but I was outside the building that they were in, trying to sneak with my team, using a mic, and my ass was breathing too heavy, and my name popped up on their screen, and they said, "Who the fuck is Warhammer?" And then I just started laughing because I'm a small child, and they knew we were there, and I kind of gave us away, and long story short, we died, but it's funny. It adds kind of a realism to the game. Like, you have to be smart. Like, you can talk all you want up to this building, but you can't be sitting outside the door being like, we're going to go in, we're going to go in, we're going to go in, because people are going to hear you, and they're going to be ready, and they're going to trap that door, and it's kind of real. You know what I mean? It's legit. And that goes a long way to making people feel like they're part of this sort of dark, gothic, Western-style world that's really morbid, decent amount of gore. They're part of it, right? And you're enjoying this game in that sense. And every match, it generally doesn't go the same way every time. Like, I just hit Prestige 1. I took the Prestige, which a lot of people in this game are going to tell you not to, because you don't really get a whole lot for Prestiging, right? So, but I did, and I wanted the Legendary unlock, okay? Which is fine, but you level up really quick in this game. And you don't miss much because lower level guns that you might not have given a chance in the past are still pretty good. You know what I mean? There's still, if we're talking somewhat realistic damage from weapons, a gun's a gun. You know what I mean? An axe to the face is an axe to the face, right? You're not going to survive too many of those. And at this point, like, we're trying to kill the boss because we're pretty convinced we've killed just about everybody in the lobby at this point. I think we ended with 11 kills, which, if I'm not mistaken, there's 12 players in the lobby. one of our teammates died, so that's alright, right? So you can kind of see where this is going at this point, but it's not going to be for everybody. A lot of people are going to get overwhelmed by this. I started to at one point, being like, this is fucking hard, man. Even the stuff that people say, like that fanning perk that you just saw, and you'll see more now, look how much I just missed. I missed so much, and that was embarrassing. I was happy I eventually killed him, but I hit him with like 2 bullets for him to die, and I missed the rest of the clip. It's the learning curve is pretty steep, right? The aiming is not like a regular battle royale first-person shooter, something like that. It's the aim assist exists in console. It's some people swear by it, some people hate it. At this point, I've turned it off, right? I watched some videos of some other people who said, look, this is what your settings should be to play this on console. Seems to have helped. But still, the first match I played after that, I was still struggling. My sensitivity was a lot higher, but I was still struggling. It takes time to get used to. A lot of these, aside from this goddamn pistol I'm trying to reload right now, which you'll see takes forever because it's an old gun, a lot of them are single shots. We're talking shotguns, level action rifles, bolt action rifles, things like that. Not fast paced when it comes to fighting, right? You watch a lot of PC player highlights of this game. It's going to look a little different than console, especially here on PS4 where I am. You'll see people just stand there 4 feet from each other going back and forth trying to shoot each other, and they're just missing, right? Because they're taking one shot with a pistol and oh shit, gotta reload. One shot with a pistol, oh shit, gotta reload. One shot. And it's people are still learning this game, right? At least on PS4. I'm sure there's people that are masters at it from October when it came out on Xbox and whenever it came out on PC. Honestly, I don't even know. But it takes a lot of getting used to, and I didn't even do great in this game, but this was by far my best game. I was pumped. Like, we've killed so many hunters. I don't even think there's anybody left at this point. We're gonna get this kill. We're gonna get this bounty. We're getting out. And I'm right about to prestige at this point. I'd committed myself to, yep, I'm gonna prestige. I don't know how many more times I'm gonna prestige. We will see. Kind of up in the air, but I mean, it's at this point in the game. If there were any other hunters left, we've banished the boss, right? And when you do that, it kind of reveals that location to everyone on the map, as you just saw when I opened it, right? They see that same image, okay? So from there, you expect other people are going to start heading towards you, especially when there's only one boss on the map. Everybody wants that bounty, right? Unless there's new people who are just trying to kill some things and get out to get some levels, which you can do. Everybody's coming for you. And a little dance to celebrate. But you can find traps. You can bring traps with you. You can lock all these doors. You can post up and wait for people to show up. Old Western shootout style. And it's fun, man. It's intense. It's nerve-wracking. I sweat every time. Not to give too much information, I get nervous. Like, you'll see me right here. That's a Constantina wire trap. And I pinged it to try to make sure that my teammate didn't go through it. Apparently that wasn't good enough because he ends up running right through it. Those things mess you up. You get stuck in them, right? Barbed wire fucking bloop, 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 like a blooming onion at wherever. And you get stuck, you get a ton of damage, and there is friendly fire, and that kind of adds a new level to it. You can't just willy-nilly throw bombs. You can't willy-nilly place traps, because if your teammates are unaware of it, you're causing more problems than you are helping anybody. And it's just another thing you need to keep in mind. We posted up here, again, I kind of lost count, and I wasn't really sure how many people were left. I knew there probably wasn't many, if any, but we were I was at least trying to make sure we were safe. He had just ran through the Constantina wire trap there. And what he's doing is he's throwing a lantern onto the dead bodies of the actual players that we've killed. And what that does, it sets them on fire, obviously, but that adds a timer to this is how long you have to revive this person. If they burn for too long, they're not coming back, right? And that puts pressure on people like, shit, my buddy's about to be out of the game for good. I should probably go save him. And sometimes that draws people out of hiding. Otherwise, you're making sure that that team doesn't come back, right? If they have one team member left who's waiting for an opportunity to revive his buddies, he's now not going to have that chance. He's going to be solo dolo the rest of that game if he's still there, right? So it was a good move by him. I wish he hadn't walked through the trap, but it didn't really hurt us at the end. The trap kind of just opens and stays there, so you can see it now, but you also can't walk through that door because it's full barbed wire, right? So progressing through here, like, I'm nervous, but I'm pretty confident that we got this, right? We're about done, 100% banished, right? We get the bounty, okay? When you possess that bounty, you see that 5-second pop up. That is a 5 seconds where you go into fucking meditation mode and you can see other hunters, right? If they're within range, they highlight orange, okay? But you only have 5 seconds of that, short. So my intention is to run to an extraction point, and they're far away, and from here I like to wait until we're close to that extraction point and then check and see if anybody's waiting for us, because that's a legit tactic in this game. You think you're not really going to have an opportunity to jump that boss and win that fight around the boss and whatever, you can wait until someone is at that point, kill them, and then you leave instead, right? This is where we messed up. I made one wrong turn, and we got attacked by hellhounds. I am flabbergasted at this point. I'm pretty sure I killed him, and I don't even like watching this. I'm very upset. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope this has been helpful. It's a great game. Check it out. Give it a chance. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for spending some time with me. Like, share, subscribe. If you like this, I'm going to try and make more hunt videos in the future. Peace.